day 19 on your balance, build and bloom plan, and today we're working on 360-degree movement. So you can expect in this session to be moving forwards, backwards and side to side, and also doing some rotation work. Because we are 360-degree beings, we need to train in 360 degrees. I have a set of weights, a set of 3 kilo weights that I'm going to be using for one of the exercises. There are exercises up on your feet, there are exercises down onto the mat, and there are, of course, always variations for you if you need to make use of them. You'll see those at the top of your screen. Join me at the end of this session for our nutrition tip for the day, which is all around fueling for fitness. And if you have everything that you need, let's get going. So we're going to start this session with some sideways movement. So coming over to the side, tap, tap, tap. So tapping onto the side as you're warming up, holding your tummy in nice and tight. Now if you're already warm and feeling good to go, then you can already start to hop if you are someone that does a little bit of jumping. But if not, then you can just work through nice and quickly, knowing where those feet are going to go all the way through, so that I know where my foot is going to go. I don't need to look at it. I know that the toes are facing forwards. So those are the things that we're thinking about with that foot strength as well, which is also a really big thing when we're working on 360-degree movement. So with your hopping through or stepping, well done, keep it going. We're going to work through this exercise once today as a little warm up. And take a rest. Well done. Next exercise, we're going to go through some globe squats. So we're going to be working through sort of in a circle, and then we're going to go back around as well. So I'm going to start in what I'm going to imagine is the bottom corner of a square. And I'm going to step forwards and squat, step to the side, squat, take a step back, squat, and then come back to the original starting position and squat. And then going to go back across, forwards, side, and back. And what's good about using your mat here is that you know that you're going to be in quite a contained space. So I'm just using the back edge and the front edge of my mat. Good. So I know here that that's going to be part of controlling how far I'm stepping forwards, keeping that nice and consistent all the way through. Take a rest. Really well done. Good job. They were our 2 little warm-up exercises just to get ourselves ready for this session. Next, we're going to do some lateral sprints, but don't worry, you don't have to sprint them. You can do a lateral walk, a lateral shuffle, whatever it is you want to do, but come to the side, little touch down, and we're going to be going across with some nice fast feet, coming back down and coming back across. So as many little steps as you can fit in. You don't have to do the drop down if you don't want to, and if you do want to do the drop down, you don't have to reach the floor. You can just stay up the whole time if you prefer, like this. So just shuffling across. If you want to really go for it here, then you absolutely have permission to do that. It's totally up to you. Just listen to your body and what it's trying to say to you. Okay, it's a 20-minute session. You don't want to have to get out of the gates too quickly. 2, 1, take a rest. Well done. We're going to come back to that exercise in just a moment. But before we do, I want you to face one side, to say face the edge of one of your sides of your workout mat. We're going to squat down. We're going to come to the middle. We're going to squat. And then we're going to come back to 180 degrees and we're going to work back again. So sit, turn, sit, turn, sit, and then back. And then back. So back round. Now, your squat may look exactly the same as mine. It may look really different. You may be up here each time, which is perfectly valid if that's where you are. You may have your feet turned out if you're having problems with your knees, because this works into your inner thighs a little more, which if you've done any of my other workouts, you'll know that because I talk about it a lot. Or you may be really deep into your squat. Take a little rest. Well done. We're going to go back through to that lateral sprint, lateral shuffle, lateral walk, whatever it is. We're moving sideways. So this session is all about moving in 360 degrees. You'll see forwards, you'll see backwards, side to side, rotation. It's all here. It's all in this session. Let's go again. And the reason being is that usually when we're working out in kind of like a forwards or an up and down kind of way. But actually, my workouts are all about being functional and what's going to keep you fit for life. And the things that are going to keep you fit for life is moving sideways, twisting, reaching, pulling, pushing. They're the things that's going to keep you fit for life, so that you can have independence and you can feel good for as long as possible. Take a rest. Now, well done. For me, it's really, really important that my fitness matches my life, not the other way around. I want to make sure that my fitness complements my life. The fact that my fitness means that I can do everything that it is that I want to do. Let's start with these squats. Down, across, down, and across. Good. Keep it going. Push that bottom back. Keep the chest open. Back nice and straight. Chin away from the chest, but not all the way up. So just really taking care. Ears in line with shoulders is a really good cue. Down, across, down. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. Well done. Take one of your weights, and what we're going to do is a wood chop. So I'm going to hold the weight, both of my hands in the middle of that dumbbell. I'm going to hold it by my hip. And what we're going to do is we're going to chop up in a diagonal, in a rotation, a diagonal up, and I'm going to just pivot on that back foot. So just going to allow that stretch through the leg as well. So here we go, up, back down, up, back down, holding through the midsection. Can you feel that into the core and into the abs? Also working into your back. Breathing. Good. So pushing that breath out at the top, bringing the weight back down, really controlled. Good. Well done. We're going to switch sides in just a moment. You will get your 20 seconds rest though. Take a rest. Good job. We're going to switch sides. Now, you may want to give yourself a really nice firm base when you do this onto your feet. You can also do this from a staggered kneeling position. Okay, so where you're down onto one knee and you've got one foot onto the floor. That's another option for doing this exercise. Ready? Let's go. Up, back down, up, back down. So just working through that diagonal here, bringing the heel up, pivoting onto the toe, tight into the tummy. Good. Keep it going. Well done. So again, another really functional movement. Thinking about things that you're reaching for, things that are on shelves, into cabinets. Doing those kind of, take a rest, those kind of atypical movements really, that kind of diagonal thing. You know, when you're just trying to get something. Really thinking about how these kind of movements play into your life and how you can continue with that strength, because we all know if you don't use it, then you lose it. And it's really important just to keep working in all sorts of planes of movement. Let's go back to the first side, back through, first side, and back through. Good. And of course there is muscle memory. You know, your body doesn't really forget. It might need a little reminding. You just putting movements like this into your workouts every so often, it does make a big difference. It really does. You'll find it if you're aching in different places that you've worked those muscles. So you know that that's true. 3, 2, 1, take a rest. We're going to switch sides. I love doing the 360-degree workouts. I really find them really interesting to write. They often come up as being quite lower body heavy. I always try and get a bit more upper body into them. Because when we think about 360, we're just thinking about moving our feet around. But actually, it's not just about that. Let's go. It's not just about moving our feet through the midsection, and your core has got to be really strong, flexible. You know, you can bend forwards, backwards, side to side, and you can rotate through the spine. So all different movements. It's not just about going forwards and backwards, or even side to side. Good job, keep it going. So I'm using a 3 kilo for these wood choppers today, which I'm finding to be just about right for me. 2, 1, take a rest, well done. We're going to stay up onto our feet and we're gonna do some skiers. Now this requires a little bit of imagination because obviously, clearly, I've got nothing to ski with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab hold of my imaginary ski poles. I'm gonna bring them up overhead and I'm gonna really push myself and bring the arms back. I'm gonna turn on a diagonal and I'm gonna push again. So start when you're ready, push and push. So what you're doing is you're really pulling down, generating some force, and as you're doing that, you're pushing that bottom back, keeping the chest nice and open, and we're just working on this 45-degree angle to the mat here. So changing positions each time is important. I'm not tripping over my feet. Well, I'm trying not to. If you are, then just really think about foot placement. Push, generate some force. Your hair's all over your face like mine is. Take a rest, well done. Then you know you're generating enough force, well done. We're gonna do a box step next. Now this is a tricky one if you have slight coordination challenges. Don't let it stress you out though, okay? I'm gonna stand at the back of my mat. I'm holding the weight to my body. I'm gonna step forwards and then back. Step forwards and then back. And now, 1, 2, 3, push. 1, 2, 3, push. If you're just coming forwards and back, forwards and back, if that's about as much as you can manage with your coordination, that's fine. If you can come here with me and step 1, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, 3, back, then that is brilliant. But this may be where you're working towards, and you may not be able to work with the arms. You may just be able to manage the box step, and you may get the legs confused. Don't worry, I've seen it all. It's okay. It's okay not to nail it first time. Take a rest, well done. We are gonna come back to it, so you do have a second chance to get that one. And that does feature in some of my other workouts, so you may have seen that one before. It may not be a complete surprise to you that that is a thing and it exists. I do love that exercise. We're gonna go back to our skiers. So let's generate some force, let's go. Push, push, get those arms really working. Pull down. I don't know if you've seen those machines in the gym. You're holding onto the handles and you're pulling down, generating that force as you're squatting through. This is based on that exercise machine. We obviously don't have one of those here, and I doubt that you do as well, so we do the best we can. And I find this still to be really effective. Push and push. The hair is really going for it now. 3, 2, 1, take a rest, well done. We're gonna go back to that box step, so really thinking about the corners of your square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, don't overthink it. I know some of you have commented on if you don't overthink it, then it's better, and that is true. Okay, that is definitely a thing. 1, 2, 3, push. 1, 2, 3, push. Good. Well done. You can do this without a weight. You can push the arms up without holding a weight if you don't feel comfortable holding that weight overhead and doing all of the leg things as well. That's okay. Do what you can. Enjoy what you do. Challenge yourself just a little bit each day, and you will find that those gains will come and find you. Good. 2, 1, take a rest. Well done. We are down to the mat for our last little bit on this. There are adaptations if you can't make it down to the mat or you don't want to make it down to the mat. So I'm going to head down to the mat and just check your adaptations if you need them. We're going to start with some plank jacks or bridge jacks. So I'm going to come up into an all fours plank position, press up position. I'm going to step step. So join in when you're ready. Here I've got my wrist, elbow, and shoulder stacked, and I'm just working out at the hip. So working out laterally from the hip and holding up my body weight at the same time. Now, if you can't work into a full bridge position, then you see that the adaptation is to do it on a chair or a raised surface, just like this here. You can also jump it through. So if you want to jump for a little bit of extra intensity, then you can, okay? 3, 2, 1, take a rest. Well done. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna repeat that one more time. I'm gonna give you 15 more seconds before we go. So you can jump that one through, you can step it through, you can take your time, you can come up into your position, you can step it through, you can drop down, pause, you can come back up and you can go again. Okay, let's go. Find the one that works for you. If you're just transitioning from a raised surface to the mat, then chances are you're not going to be able to do 40 seconds straight up like this or come into here. So find something that you're happy with working through. So coming up, step, step, down, up, step, step, down, up. That is perfectly reasonable to do. If I was seeing you in person, that's what I would get you to do. Or I'd get you to work in 10-second bursts. That is it. 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't want you giving yourself a hard time thinking that it's either this or it's that and you can't do X, Y, Z, because this is not the place for that. This is not the place for that. I'm here to support you, not to make you feel rubbish. Let's do a seated twist, shall we? It's been a while. Let's get one of these in. Over to the side, into the center and push. Heels onto the floor. If you want, one foot comes up, the other one comes up, and you push. Feet off the floor all the time. If you want, and if you want to make it really tricky for yourself, then work through with the pedal. You can do this without the weight. I would say try and do it with the push. Even if you're doing it without the weight, do it with the push, because the push is disruptive. Again, it makes the core work harder. Push. Well done. Take a rest. Good job. Okay, one more of those and then we're done. Day 19's done. 2 days to go. Marvelous, marvelous work. I'm really proud of you. No matter if it's taken you 40 days to get to this point, or 19, or somewhere in the middle, or somewhere further. Let's go. I don't mind. You having a commitment to your health and well-being is massive. It's massive. Okay? It's so important. You've got to look after yourself. And doing exercise is one of the highest forms of respect for yourself. And if you don't respect yourself, then no one else is going to. So come on. You're doing an amazing job. Really well done. Keep it going. Less than 10 seconds here. Doing a really good job. 2, 1. Take a rest. Goodness me, that was a tough ending. Well, I really hope you enjoyed that session. Stick around. We're talking about fueling for fitness next, which is kind of important after the session we've just had. And then tomorrow we're working on some stretching and flexibility. That's going to be a Pilates style workout. And the end of the week is the last session, 21st day. We're going to work on a celebration of movement, and that is going to be a little bit of everything. It's not going to be our normal 7th day workout. There'll be a little bit of everything in there. So get ready to celebrate the 21-day journey you've been on with me. Stick around for that fitness, fueling for fitness, which is coming up next. Otherwise, I will see you at the next one. Take care. Today's nutrition tip is all around fueling for fitness. Whether you are squeezing in a morning workout before work or trying to stay active amid a busy schedule, properly fueling your body is crucial for your health. Eating the right foods before and after your workouts can help to boost your energy levels, maximize your performance, and speed up recovery. This is especially important as we age, when the metabolism slows down and muscle recovery takes longer. Pre-workout, aim to eat a balanced meal or snack that includes carbohydrates for energy and a moderate amount of protein around 1 to 2 hours before your workout. Examples might include a banana with some peanut butter or a small yogurt with some berries. And after exercising, it's important to refuel with a mix of carbohydrates to replenish energy stores and protein to repair and build your muscles. A glass of chocolate milk or a lean chicken and vegetable wrap are really great options. As with everything, there are some common mistakes. Skipping meals or snacks before workouts can lead to decreased performance and increased fatigue, and ignoring post-workout nutrition can actually slow down your recovery times and affect your overall performance. So let's make it our priority to fuel the body correctly, support your fitness and overall health. Day 20 tomorrow is all about rejuvenating movement, and we'll be discussing anti-inflammatory foods in the nutrition tip. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share so more people can find this channel. Thanks so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.